If it's in the
This could
sky,
be a delicious piece of cake.
Dragon Ball!
I never miss.
Look sharp!
It's a duel of the arts. Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more. Got it.
Well done.
One
You
more!
got flyers.
I've got. Leave the enemy power to me.
Dragon Ball!
No, all yours.
I'm only getting started. Blah blah blah. Next now.
Ignite!
Let's get you all tucked away.
I can't lay a finger on you.
I prefer it that way.
Dragon Swarm!
What about you?
Now.
Just watch and see.
One more! Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Out of my way! If it's in the sky,
Dragon
it's mine!
Swarm!
On guard! Where are you going?
Swallow Blade!
Lightning
Here
far enough!
goes.
Try harder!
You have to aim for the bright area on their back.
Dragon
Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Behind me! Look sharp!
Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Look sharp! That's it! Tiger Blade!
Ignite!
Magic is there.
On guard!
Dragon Swarm!
On guard!
The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see like that. If we can
Demons descend!
Flashing Fang!
This one's
Dragon
mine!
Swarm!
Not on my watch.
Look sharp!
Now you see what I can do!
Primed and ready! One more! Tiger Blade!
Flash! Swallow Blade!
Make it
Kisara,
rain!
frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
All thanks to you.
Dragon Swarm!
That's it!
Swallow Blade!
I never miss!
Hydration
Do it!
Swallow Blade!
This one's mine!
Spread.
We can really make weapons with this?
That equipment should come in handy. Huh. You can make plants grow instantly?
An opponent like this should be easy.
This one's mine!
Here I come!
Take cover when it curls up!
Dragon Swarm!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Dragon Swarm!
That's it!
Can't get out of
Make
this!
it rain!
Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more. Got it!
Well done.
Dragon Swarm!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
I never miss!
Slash! Swallow Blade!
Lightning orb.
Take this!
Dance in the wind.
Slash!
Feel.
Do it!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Piercing roar!
Dragon Swarm!
Denied!
More where that came from.
Armor won't save you!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
Get lost!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp! One more! Tiger Blade!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Slash! Piercing roar!
Reload!
Dragon swarm!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
An astral art?
That's like you.
Shut him down!
You're really strong, Alvin.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around. As impressive as always.
And here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Kikara, frozen!
Hammer! I feel sprightlier than before.
Go no further!
Eat dirt!
Swallow blade!
Where are you going? Look sharp!
Dragon swarm!
Go far enough!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
Dragon swarm!
Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
There with the others.
Time to shine!
Hit!
Dragon swarm!
Oh, back in there to defend me!
Glad you have your uses.
Swallow blade!
I'll show you how useful I can be.
I'm not done!
With the others.
Going
Dragon
in!
swarm!
Look sharp! Here! That's it! Do it! Tiger blade!
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Dance in the wind! It's over.
Dragon swarm!
That's it!
Get on in there with the others.
Tiger blade!
Mega ray! Lightning orb!
Slash!
Whoa.
Dragon
Do
swarm!
it! Xion, astral energy! Full throttle! I think I'm getting stronger. My face is starting to sting, and my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Xion? Oh, wait. Bet you're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Get lost!
Dragon
Astral energy! Raging cascade! Radiant light! Here! Dance in the wind!
Fly!
Are those rocks in here?
Astral energy!
It's over!
In here! Go for the weak point! I'll be raiding this one!
It's over!
Tiger blade!
Here I
Still
come!
floating!
Okay,
Come out of
here I
into
go!
the fray!
Time to
Dragon
shine!
swarm!
Mega ray! Banana! Let's go! Annihilation!
Fly!
Now!
Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more! That astral energy was incredible!
I gave it everything I had.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Dragon swarm!
my watch!
Primed and ready! Going in!
Can't get out of this.
That's it!
Dragon swarm!
Their hide is thick as armor.
I'm out of ammo!
Raging cascade!
I never miss!
Do it! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Look sharp!
Dragon swarm!
Field. It's over. I'll be saving
I
this
can
one.
carve through armor.
Going in!
Astral energy!
Do it!
Dragon
Going in!
swarm!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Water
On guard.
astral
Swallow blade.
energy!
Dragon swarm!
Look sharp!
Looks like it could be worth something.
one, come on!
This one, go for the weak point! Don't mind if I do.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Dragon Swarm!
Amazing.
Swallow Blade!
Radiant
Here I come!
Time to shine.
You're mine!
Here comes
Piercing
Shadow
Rainbow
Ball.
Pieces!
One at a time.
I have no limits!
On guard!
Sleep
Dragon
now.
Swarm!
I'll be saving this one.
Slash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
There. Thunder Field.
Dragon Tail!
This one's mine.
You're mine!
Here. This one's mine.
Dragon
Make it
Swarm!
rain.
Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Got it.
Dragon
Now's
Swarm!
our chance.
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning
Swallow
Orb.
Blade! Dragon Swarm!
Mine. Take this. Tiger Blade. Spirit Flame. Reload. This one's
No
mine.
further.
Gravitas Field. Tiger Blade. Raging Cascade.
Take this!
Going
Dragon
in.
Swarm!
Magic is in. Air thrust. We managed to turn the tide.
For now. But things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. I'll heal you.
Going in.
Dance in the wind.
Going in.
Healing circle. Here
Okay.
goes.
Going in.
Dragon Swarm!
One
Sweet
more.
dreams. Mega Ray.
Thanks.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! Dragon Swarm!
Hydration Orb.
That was a little close for comfort.
Hey, new equipment!
Little help.
Dragon Swarm!
Going in.
Ready and raring!
Look sharp.
Here goes. Go down.
Slash!
Dragon Swarm. Air thrust. Go down. You get the gist. Eat stir. Field. I'm out of ammo. On guard. Let's get you all touched
Swallow
away.
Blade.
Annihilation.
It's time!
Where are you going?
Radiant
Go in.
Lightning Orb.
One more.
All right.
Tiger
Radiant
Blade.
Clear time.
I'm out of
Field.
ammo.
Back into the fray.
This one's
Dragon
mine.
Swarm!
Still
Tiger
cold.
Blade.
Lightning Orb.
Going in.
Annihilation.
That's it.
From
Dragon
Mega Ray.
Swarm.
Tiger Blade.
Back into the
Raging
fray.
Cascade.
Make it rain.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Ah, guess I misread the landing.
Right here. I can handle it.
Dragon Swarm!
Far enough.
Radiant
Now you see what I can do!
Here. Arch Field.
Slash!
Air
Dragon
Meteor.
Swarm!
Reload. In here. Let's get you
This
all
one's
tucked away.
mine.
Confiscated.
That's it.
Back
On
on
guard.
guard.
One more.
No further!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Let's get you all tucked away. Here's a healing
Look
arc.
sharp.
Up and out.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my thorns.
Shion.
Let the marksman handle
This one's mine.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
This one's mine. Going in.
Do it! Doubling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! There! And again! Mega Raging Arch Field!
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training, though.
That's what I like to hear.
As impressive as always.
Make it rain.
Ah, and here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean you're even better than ever. Is every shield you own that big?
Here. You want to try holding it?
Ugh. How do you even walk with this?
This bridge will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
Way!
Dragon
This
Force!
one is mine!
Armor won't save you!
Supernova annihilation!
Denied! In pain.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall!
No further!
Do it!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
I'll do my best!
Dragon Swarm!
Confiscated!
Mega Ray!
Swallow
Easter!
Blade!
On guard!
Dragon Swarm!
Water Astral
Tiger
Energy!
Blade! Where are you going?
Up and at 'em!
Naked Ray!
Redwell! Astral Energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory.
Dragon Swarm!
Naturally. Radiant
Thunder Touch!
into the
Dragon Swarm!
Photon Flash!
On guard!
Shield and
Now!
Blade!
Demons Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Flaming Meteor!
Dragon Swarm! Ready and raring!
I'm all stuffed up! Mega Ray!
Dragon
Photon
Swarm!
Flash! Now! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! Step back! This one's all law!
Little help!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll
Smash you!
Dance in the wind! Mega Ray!
Flaming Meteor!
Get on in there with the others!
Mega Ray!
Shield
and
Easter! This
Whoa.
one's mine! Go for the weak point!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Light Astral Magic is here! On shield!
Dragon Swarm!
Let's get you all tucked
gets
away!
by me.
Don't mind if I do! I'll heal you
Tiger
all!
Blade!
Dragon
Thunder
Swarm!
Field!
On
Healing
guard!
Thrust!
Now I
Let's
can
go!
let
Air Thrust!
Dragon Swarm!
Photon Flash!
Do it!
Magic
Dominate! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Here, let me help!
Dance
Flaming
in
Meteor!
In here!
Denied! Back into the fray!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Mega Ray! This one's mine!
Swarm ready and raring!
Make it work!
Redwell! Astral Energy! Full throttle! I've never seen so many bullseyes!
I couldn't have done it without you.
Gotta break through! Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp!
I'll smash you!
Radiant Lightning! You got
Take
company!
this!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon
Radiant
Swarm!
Here!
No ammo! Take this! Tiger Blade!
Slice!
Hit!
Going in!
You're mine!
One more! Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
More for the south
This
side.
one's
Radiant
mine.
Flood! Here!
I'm out of ammo!
Tiger
I'm all
Blade.
stuffed up!
Annihilation! Lightning orb! Art expert coming through! Raging cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
In the
We
sky,
did it!
it's mu-
As impressive as always.
There are They're all coming after me!
I mean,
coming,
you're even
Goodwill.
better than ever.
I've never seen Sion actually look flustered. Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Going in.
Swarm Blade! Dragon Swarm!
On guard.
Thunder field!
This one's mine. One more. Tiger blade.
Raging cascade!
Slash! Prepare to be seen!
Do it. Time to shine.
Dragon
Field.
Swarm!
I'll be saving this one.
I need to be stronger.
It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily. Both of them contain Earth astral energy. Luckily for me.
Right, here goes! Dragon Swarm!
Armor won't save you!
Here!
Denied.
In here!
This one's not.
Searing flame!
Dragon Swarm.
Not on my watch!
I'm out of ammo.
You're mine.
Go for the weak point. Tiger blade.
Dragon Swarm!
Supernova!
Going in. If it's in the sky,
Can't get out of
one
this.
more. Tiger blade.
Do it! Raging
Blade.
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
Here's a healing art. Oh,
Dragon Swarm!
first aid.
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Dragon Swarm!
Reload! Seal!
I'm out of ammo. On
All
guard.
stocked up! More for the stockpile!
Annihilation. On guard. This one's mine. One more. Tiger blade.
Astral energy!
Say no more! I'll do everything I can with this power.
Make us proud.
Out of our way.
Take this!
Let's go! Raging cascade!
Take this! I'll smash you!
Tiger blade.
Dragon Swarm!
We shall
Swarm Blade!
get on in there with the others!
Eternal Devastation!
Raging
Aim
out
for
of
the
ammo.
weak spot!
Back into the field.
Double Demon
Get
Fang!
on in there with the others!
Magna ray.
Photon! Annihilation!
Going in.
Mega! Stay away from my friends!
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
I'm ready.
You're
That's
mine!
gonna smart.
Dragon Swarm!
Far enough.
Sleep now!
How about this?
No further!
I'll be saving this flame! Raging cascade!
Reload. I'm out of ammo. Look sharp.
Field!
I'm all set up. Out of the shot.
Here I come!
Water annihilation!
Dragon Swarm! Now! Call it freely!
Take it
Dragon
down!
Swarm!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I lack the energy for healing arts.
What the hell is that?
Probably that monster Nate.
Do you think this might have been where one of...
But why this location?
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's... This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone.
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogles?
Take care of them while keeping an eye on it!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's
Eat
for.
this!
Get behind me!
Good!
I never
Leave it to
fit.
you!
This one's mine!
There you go! Don't let up! Annihilation! Light Astral
Ready to go.
Annihilation! Sleep now.
Going in!
There with the others.
No further.
One more! Tiger Blade!
Mega Ray! Hydration Orb! More where that came from!
This one's
Zero
mine.
game.
Crumble!
Dragon Swarm!
Searing
Dragon
Flame.
Swarm!
Reload!
I'm out of ammo!
Save you.
On guard!
Back into the fray! Lightning Orb!
Shield and
Raging Cascade! I'll heal you all! Feel! More
This
resistance.
one's
Here,
mine.
let me help!
This one's mine!
Lightning
Blade.
Orb! Here! Whoa! Hey! One at a time! There!
This one's mine!
Magic is there! Sleep now!
Piercing roar!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's
Whoa!
mine!
Hey! One at a time! In here!
Dragon Swarm!
Eat dirt!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
One more!
Healing circle!
Dragon Swarm!
Anything in order is all mine.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Now!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Gut!
Well done!
Going in!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll smash you.
Tiger Blade!
Radiant blood! Here! Thunder field!
Here goes!
Raging cascade! Here goes!
I'm out of ammo! Let's keep up the
Dance
pressure!
the wind! In here! Searing
Lightning
flame!
Meteor!
This one's mine!
Swallow Q!
Take this.
Here goes one! Raging cascade! It looks like you got this one covered! Air thrust!
This
Let
one's
it
mine!
out! Blah, 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 magic!
Far enough!
There! Go!
On guard!
Mega ray! Raging orb! Raging cascade! In
On
here!
guard!
Shattering of
Flame!
pieces.
Reload!
Attack time.
That's it! Tiger
Dragon
Blade!
Swarm!
I'm all stuffed up!
Ignite!
Mega ray!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting.
Leave the enemy's arms to
Really
me!
done for.
No complaints here.
Magic is there!
Dear,
Here, let me help!
looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with his hand.
Shion.
Here I come! Swallow Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help! Going in! Take this!
Confiscated! First aid!
Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant blood! Here!
I'm ready! I'm out of ammo!
Go back into the
On
fray!
guard!
Mega ray! Hey! One at a time!
Shattering of pieces.
Lightning orb! Raging
This one's
cascade!
mine.
Here, let me here! Tiger blade! More for the top pile!
Their arcs were interrupted!
Alright, it's showtime! Magic is there! Arch field!
Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing arc!
Look sharp!
First aid! Don't mind if I do!
The flame inside me!
Thunder field! Mega ray!
Dragon
Make
Swarm!
it rain!
That's quite Dohalim!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Here, let me help!
First aid!
Now I can let loose!
Reinforcements incoming! Not a problem! Rinwell!
Here's a healing nothing! I'm alright!
Not today!
I'm ready to go.
Poodle.
This one's
Stay
mine.
away from my friends!
Light up the dark. Denied.
Try this!
I'll bring you back from depths abyss.
Now I can let loose!
I'll bring you back from depths abyss. Guardian field. I'm ready to go.
That's gonna smart.
Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Hydration orb. Here's a raging cascade.
Guardian field.
I let my guard down.
Light astral energy.
Armor won't save you!
You'll pay for that! Here I come!
Dance in the Ready to go. Close one.
Here I come!
All healed.
Dragon Swarm! Try this!
Now where was I?
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, Redwood.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Tiger blade. I'll bring you back from death. This one's mine. I'll bring you back from
This
death.
one's all mine!
Resuscitation.
Down. You're no. A new lease on life.
The earth throbs in pain.
Look here. This will come in handy.
I'm out of ammo.
Light astral
Dragon
energy.
Swarm! Burn it
Raging
No
orb.
further!
Raging cascade.
Annihilation.
Sealed. I'll be saving this one. Blah, blah, blah. That's it.
I'll bring you
Sealed.
back from death.
Get on in there with the others. Water astral energy.
In the sky is
Whoa. Hey, one at a time.
I'll bring you. Back from death's abyss.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
I can carve through armor!
Radiant blood. Searing flame.
Take care of him.
Far enough! Come on! You have to hold on! How about...
That's gonna smart.
Magna ray.
Dragon Swarm!
Magna ray. Raging cascade.
Here, let me help.
Blah, blah, blah.
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the line.
No sooner said than done.
Dragon Swarm!
In a bind?
Lightning orb.
Do it.
We did it! I can't lay a finger on you.
I prefer it that way. What about you?
Just watch and see.
Raging cascade.
Dragon
I can't
Swarm!
heal you forever.
Sleep now. Get on in there
Here
with
I
the
go.
others.
This one's
Strike.
mine.
Make it play!
Lock. Get toasty.
Bird strike!
Raging cascade.
Go time!
This one's mine.
The flame inside now yours to
In
be
here.
let free!
Let's get you all tucked
Here I
away.
go.
Dragon Swarm!
All stuffed up. Magna ray.
Dragon
A banana.
Dragon
Let's go.
Swarm!
In here.
Look sharp.
Dragon
Saving
Swarm!
this one.
Going in.
That's it.
Tiger blade. Got it.
Never miss.
Now's our
Make it
chance.
rain.
Kill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
The earth throbs
It's about
in
to
pain.
strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it. Just
Alvin!
watch and learn. That's enough! Go back down!
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the...
It felt like it had a...
Yeah. It wasn't like the one...
It's elemental astral energy.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge...
Perhaps a living spirit vessel?
If we assume that monster was one of the 4...
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave.
I think I'm getting stronger.
What do you know? Another...
I wonder where the rest of the...
Well, whatever they're after.
Well, no rest for the wicked, right?
I thought you liked the...
Against those things? It's not like... Besides, we've already got our hands...
Yeah, I guess...
Hey, is that it over there?
I always loved the sound of hammers banging away.
Alvin?
Did you remember something?
No, but this is it.
3 centuries later, and it's...
Damn!
The past meets the... I really am from a...
Yeah.
Not only that,
Law's right. Rinwell too.
Right.
How's it look?
It should fly. However, considering how long it's remained...
how much time are we...
Starship mechanics are not what I'd...
So we've just gotta sit around...
That's because you're a child.
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lennox? We should prepare ourselves.
Let's try not to stay away too long.
Either we race ahead...
Works for me.
It's funny.
What is?
All this. After all, this...
I'm sure Zephyr would be...
And a little...
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for...
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into...
No offense taken.
Remember, our aim is to ensure. I don't think we'll be.
Is there no way...
The people of...
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make... And it's not just us.
Because there are still many of my kind who... There are those on Lennigus who have never stepped foot on Dana.
Look, none of us want to fight.
Right. We're...
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lennox.
That's right. If we can... Shion? Huh?
Where? Shion? Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own? Shion. Shion!
It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Xion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to...
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegus, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens...
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renis Alma on your own, and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's... too much. It's way too much.
When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Alvin?
Only living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alvin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen! We can fight this! We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys... You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the world. It's hard to...
I believe Shion is telling the...
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Still, it's hard to fathom some...
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all up.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands.
So where do her...
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center.
Yeah, I remember. It was...
Right. And from that, let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral...
So you think those thorns might be... But why would they want...
As for that, I really cannot say for certain.
You know, I've noticed since we've met...
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought... Especially when that
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of... As for what the final picture will look like...
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, that?
Compared to what Shion... Still. Even if you yourself... Shion doesn't know how lucky
Yeah.
I'm being serious. She really needed that.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability... Those thorns have robbed her of...
You can say that again. I have my own dreams.
Agreed.
Did you know?
You mean about
Yeah, I didn't have the It's like a completely different...
You and me both. I mean...
You? But you...
That's what I thought. But in reality...
At least you...
I don't think we're out of the woods.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can...
I know.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say.
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest.
I guess he couldn't...
Law.
Sorry. I guess, though, we'll need all our... I'll probably end up worrying again.
Yeah, Can't sleep?
After everything we just...
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. I thought she was keeping her distance. I just figured, but it turned out to be none of that.
I know.
She was so alone this entire...
I'm sure it...
You...
Yeah, I do. You were a good...
Yeah, when you think about... But over time... No, I mean, I think it'd be really nice...
Finwell. Hey.
As much as I try to look like a...
You're not the only...
Hey. That's okay. I was different back then. But in that room with Deadime... Because until that moment, I thought of you as a way to use the blazing... But after that day, it didn't matter that we were then. Everyone... I didn't want to die and lose you all.
Shion.
But then, I realized... Don't worry. It's okay. I've met too many people along the... So I'll fight. For Dana, I don't know how we're going to...
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. But I swear I'll...
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in
Yeah.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegus.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance for a change.
It's not fair if we're the only ones subjected to it.
What?
Did you guys hear? Apparently, she found that dress of hers in some old ruins.
Alphen, we haven't heard from you yet. Would you care to tell us your verdict?
Sure, I guess. To be honest, when I first saw Shion in that dress, I...
Quit it!
was absolutely captivated.
All right, I think that's enough fun for one day.
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary...
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? What's wrong? Something on your...
Yeah, it's just, well, do you...
Of course.
See, my mom and dad used to tell me I should, and when I hated Almadria for just, even though I swore I'd get revenge.
Rinwell, it was Almadria who killed your...
How can you say...
This may not comfort you. I have a feeling your parents always knew something.
What do you...
There was always a chance that someday, but even knowing the risks, they still taught you magic. Second, they were hedging...
Huh?
On you, Rinwell. Sure, learning magic may invite danger, but they knew what they were getting themselves into when they taught you
Because...
Sorry,
No. But after traveling around with all of you, so I'm going to keep trying.
Not at all.
Poodle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't...
Speaking of which, Alphen...
A name?
Well, after all the trouble we went through...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue.
I like it.
Not sure I'm completely convinced.
Okay, people. We have 2 goals. And then, we need to figure out... All right?
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right.
From up here, all the
Nothing like realizing how kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans.
How much longer until we...
There are better ways to use... We should take a moment to
Good idea. The starship may think you'll be all right with it.
You mean the one set to automatic pilot?
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis?
I am as prone to sentimentality. You too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the life, but I can't keep running forever.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong. Come back and speak to me when you've...
We'll be going to Lenegis.
This must feel like a... What was life on Lenegis?
Let's just say, they called it treatment. But in truth...
You mean...
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to day in and day out. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. Some existence, huh? I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then... Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Sure, I survived. And that's when it hit me.
I'm sorry. You say it's your destiny to die so that other...
Are you crazy?
That's exactly my... Why should you have to give up your life? It's that logic that's used to just... This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. If we're doing this to protect...
A world free of...
Not just me. If we're going to win, now I see it.
A victory without losers.
You bet we can pull it off. We have...
Yeah, you're right. We can do this.
Alvin, listen to the...
Hey,
What's got lost?
Only that he's afraid of flying.
Hey, I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be...
It's a starship, dummy.
Well, maybe you're...
Guys. I'm no expert.
Oh, that's a good...
Hard to argue with that.
You okay?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These stars...
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to...
It's a healing pod. It fixes injury.
Oh, you don't say. Alphen?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lennigus, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing Naori...
So, you're saying you got in this...
Yes. It sounds crazy, I know.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, Alphen, can you recall...
Of course.
Even in that time, I'll always remember him fondly. The world's bigger than just... If I've learned and the one...
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet.
I know.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little...
Is everyone about ready?
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get...
Kisara has a...
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries.
Very well. First and foremost, of course, it also happened its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy.
Enough to determine someone's social...
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admitted... As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate...
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively... Still, even the lowest rung on the...
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty...
Come on, you've seen her skill with...
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone.
Jeez.
Wait a second.
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes, as if such simplicity...
So this red woman, are we...
I would wager so. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen.
If the Renis Alma is being used to...
That red woman's got a lot to answer.
We're about to land.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion...
Lennigus' infrastructure is largely automated.
Do you think anyone realized...
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt...
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma...
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the sovereigns, known as...
Forbidden?
I don't know. Hence my desire to find... In any case, changing the shape of a huge...
Then you think that source might have...
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis... Whatever the ceremony's then the Renis Alma might be in the same... Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters...
It stands to reason we should be looking...
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign.
There's only one way to find out.
Shion's right. Who knows?
All right. Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renins. The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows?
Thinking about what could be lurking out...
For such a loudmouth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Would you two children...
So how many Renins...
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect.
There's Zoogles out here, too.
What in the world?
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this?
The very foundations of the city have shifted.
When Lenegis changed shape.
Maybe when they sent the...
But they wouldn't move around the places where...
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in...
Dohalim?
Avakir, I'm glad...
So it is you! But why are you here?
So you haven't heard what happened?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim.
They're with me. More important...
I'm really not sure. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for
The Forbidden Zone?
Trust me.
I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, let alone the
Very well.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their...
We need more information.
While we're at it, we can ask...
And don't forget about
Let's leave the talking to Shion.
Good idea.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantage.
Right. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable... Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue?
Would that I have. Alas, that we have no... But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his... I believed he was...
Your eyes do not deceive you.
As your lordship wishes. First, the Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
What could be so important? It's just... unbelievable. Uprooting an...
From how it looks, they must be...
But why do all this? What for?
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their cipher...
He's right.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find...
You heard him. You don't have...
So, I've been wondering...
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence. But then, if they knew people were going to live...
Ordinarily, trust me, as far as we were... It makes you wonder whether the city...
Sorry.
Not at all. This place is a mystery, that's for...
Yeah.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship. Oh, I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I witnessed the deaths of so...
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for...
All red, eh? No,
Yeah. What about...
What's with all these questions? I've never seen...
Never mind. Is everything okay?
Hmm? Oh, yes.
I was hoping to head this way myself.
I suppose I daren't stay here too long, though. Alone, I was hoping to avoid it.
You mean you know what?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris!
Yes, strange, isn't it?
But of course. Please forgive me. I thought maybe it was a passageway between...
It's worth investigating. I shall go and assess the situation.
You'd really do that for me?
Our lot in life is of little consequence.
Oh,
Well, we've canvassed the city for...
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all.
You'd think that info would
Not to this extent. Which would...
Given everything that's happened to their city?
Yeah. That one guy even said his...
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign. Nothing happens devoid of a reason.
The Sovereign? There is one thing I'm still not...
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both...
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena... That's a pretty big dominion for one...
The points you make are valid. Though I can come to think of it. I know... Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or...
No.
Neither have I.
Hold up.
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. What if something were to happen to the city?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. But Sovereign is also the title given to
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. As for how Volron factors into all this...
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. 300 years later, we cross... That's not the only thing we have in common.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that...
I can't say for sure.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Heros. Is a new ceremony underway with
Wait a second. The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma.
There's something else the ceremony needs.
Questions, questions, and yet more questions.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off-limits to everyone but the Sovereign...
Then it's decided.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might... Let's go find it!
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what... I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan...
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power.
Even if the other lords were still around.
I wonder what they'd think if Balsif... Again, now that I think of it...
Well, yeah, to us Danans, they were just enemies.
I know.
It feels strange.
Yeah.
If you're that curious about them, every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on... And luckily for us, the people here are
Yes! Yes!
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them, too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
I didn't realize Renans oppressed their own kind.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seemed to mind.
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks...
Unquestioning acceptance of your own...
Even so, the quality of life here seems... I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society.
More to the point.
What if she's not here? What?
It's still too early.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that...
And what skill would this...
You know, when you're talking to people around town.
I'm afraid I don't quite...
I do. It's called look imposing and speak in a deep, booming...
I would never stoop to such scandal.
So there is a knack to...
Now you've got me curious.
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must.
If you've a bone to pick with me...
What? They look...
Hey! What's got into...
I can barely understand a word they're saying.
I hope you're willing to...
I wasn't expecting them to take me so serious.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Pardon me.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right, too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Okay. Ah!
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganath Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan...
Yeah.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders.
Renans live in a world where strength, but their loyalty to their people is also strong.
That's what makes them the Guardian.
Right. It's the same.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball.
So, Alphen, have you...
Yeah. Falstaff and the others, they all had their own circumstances.
Yeah, but still.
I know. But at the same time, they weren't so I guess...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, even if they did terrible.
Renwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danan doesn't make you a good person. I think that's...
Shion and Dohalim definitely...
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure...
What's this thing? There's something I just don't...
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous...
Yeah, that makes...
So...
Hanfried Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if...
So then this Han...
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him.
You're saying that ever since becoming...
I guess over holocom, maybe, but not in the flesh.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegus from the...
And that never...
When you live here...
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every... In other words, if that's true, there's...
True, but going on what we witnessed, if even the victor's speeches have been...
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood.
With any luck, the
No use standing around here chatting...
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the I was...
But why are you here? Nothing to say? Even though you were...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the... But let me tell you, I haven't changed...
If killing me will bring you peace... First, I have business to take care of. If it's... My sins are legion. Let me
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You're just a coward!
I apologize that you had to
Is it true?
Each of us have our pasts.
Before, back in Menancia...
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last.
Did you mean what you said?
She has more right to...
But you can't...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown. I have no intention of expiring, but besides, you have...
Doha!
Forgive me.
Yeah, it must be.
You think? Man.
It is...
Before I went down to Dana, my friend Avakir, Faria...
Tarnigan.
He was once my dearest, closest friend. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense. It was a time of great joy.
A friendship based on mutual respect.
I suppose it's natural you...
I would have. Now, I think the idea of... Besides, it was that way.
Your praise does me too great an honor, and even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. Tarnigan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, But fate...
What happened?
Tarnigan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, but he was desperate.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved.
So instead you let her go on hating...
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my... As for what happened after...
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menency...
Shion's right. You've saved so many... You saved me, so... Try not to...
Frank is all... But do you think he'll be...
Yeah, I think so.
It's important.
I didn't realize...
Sometimes just knowing someone...
I hope you're... Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Damn it. Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elden Menentia. I command you.
Threats to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
Now you see what I can do!
My shield!
In a vine?
Dragon Swarm!
Do it, Sloth! Demons descend!
Flashing Fang!
Dragon Swarm! Not today!
You're mine!
Dragon Swarm!
The enemy wields hearts too.
We'll soon see about that! I never miss! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Searing flame!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all stuffed
Ready
up!
and ready! Locked and loaded! Take this!
Annihilate! It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Those soldiers seem different from the...
Yeah, they weren't...
They weren't in the least bit phased.
Indeed. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't...
Their glazed-over eyes remind...
I've never seen anything like that.
Maybe someone doesn't want to...
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron.
Holding back!
Dragon Swarm!
This'll be a piece of cake!
Annihilate!
No further!
Raging annihilation! These ones can run rings around us!
Eagle Fly! Dragon Swarm!
Will this help? Light astral energy!
First strike! Swallow Blade! Talon Hurricane!
Do it!
Dragon Swarm!
Now
in the look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Lightning!
First strike! Dragon Swarm! Talon Hurricane!
Here there!
Stop! Dragon Swarm!
Water astral energy!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Swarm! Talon Hurricane! Do it! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
You require a hand.
Here I go!
Talon Hurricane! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Dragon Swarm!
There! Got you!
Swallow Blade!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Time to cross blade! Dragon Fly!
Watch this!
Explosive ring!
No further.
Dragon Swarm!
I'm out of air weapons! That'll bring you down!
Try this!
Please now! I'll be
Dragon
safe!
Swarm! Eat this!
Confiscated!
Explosive ring!
Here you go!
Talon
Reload!
Sword!
Where would that came from? Radiant? Here!
I'm just getting Dragon Swarm! Explosive ring! I'm on it! Dragon Swarm!
See what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
First strike! Far enough! Talon Hurricane!
This one's
all mine! Eagle Fly! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning Cadet! Healing Circle! Thunderblade!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Eat this! Dragon
Watch
Swarm! Not today!
Hurricane Field!
First Dragon Swarm!
Lightning Cadet! Annihilation!
Eagle Fly! Talon Hurricane! Eagle Fly! I'm just getting started!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Try this! Talon Hurricane! Explosive ring!
Radiant Blood!
Dragon Swarm!
Eat dirt! Air thrust!
First strike!
Into the
Armor won't save you!
Magic is there!
I'm on it! Hold nothing back!
Here, let me help you condemn! First aid!
Talon Hurricane!
There!
Eagle Fly! Dragon Swarm!
Talon
Sword!
Magic
does it!
I'll heal you all! Dance in the wind!
I'm on it!
Air thrust!
Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help! Dance in the wind! This one's mine!
Talon Hurricane! No! Can't end here!
Don't leave me! I'm only getting started! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Talon Swarm!
Resuscitation! I'll heal you all!
Away!
That frickin' does it!
Lightning Circle! Dance in the wind!
Dragon
Not
Swarm!
on my watch!
Eagle Fly! Talon Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Eat this!
Watch this!
Swallow Blade!
Here I go!
Showtime!
It's now!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
There's always room for improvement.
Hi, Hoodle.
Spicy one, eh?
I'll
smash you!
My shield! Not today!
You won't bow out night. Then you leave me no choice.
Only getting started!
Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Eat this! We're not finished!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Will this help?
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning!
Dragon Swarm! Slash!
Need to
This
pull
one's
myself
all mine!
together. Thunder Field!
I really know you are.
Dragon Swarm!
Reload!
Leave the ensnaring
Do
to
it!
me.
Yeah!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Swallow Blade!
Damn it! Out of ammo! Big blast!
We did it!
Back into the fray! Light astral energy! Raging
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Dragon Swarm!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Pow!
Now you'll learn!
Dragon Swarm! Never miss! Powered Hurricane! Radiant Here!
Dragon Swarm!
A showdown between blade and fist! Out of it! What? Eagle
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Leave the chargers to me!
Do it! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Dance in the wind! Lightning! Sleep now!
Dragon Swarm!
Damn it! Not on my watch! Mega Ray!
Eagle Dive! Talon! I can carve through armor!
Lightning!
I'm on it! Can't get out of this!
I'm out of ammo! I'm
More
on
do
it!
I'm on it! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Barely a blip on our radar. Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight. This won't be easy.
I'm on it!
Don't be such a pessimist!
Burn in hell! Dragon Swarm! Try this!
I think I'll pass on the handshake! It's over!
Swallow blade! That's freaking dusty!
Raging Cascade! Annihilation!
Dragon Eagle Dive! Dragon Swarm!
Will this help? Light astral energy! More without
Try my turn!
Healing circle!
Dragon Swarm!
Where are you going? Sleep now! Need to pull myself together.
Dragon Swarm!
Powered Hurricane! Go back into the fray!
Now we're not.
Powered Sword! Annihilation! Lightning! Powered Hurricane! Eagle! Now I'm in the
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Art Steel!
That's freaking dusty!
In here!
Dragon Swarm! I'm on it!
Not in your dreams! Back into the fray!
No further!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
I'll smash you!
Air thrust!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging Cascade!
Leave the charges to me.
Air Hurricane! Light astral energy!
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
First strike! Thanks! That's enough!
Thunder field! Flame!
Dragon Swarm!
Help! Feel!
Ah! Dragon Swarm!
To the fray! Searing flame! Reload! Lightning orb! Back into the fray! Where that came from!
First strike!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Swallow blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help!
Not today! First strike!
Need to pull myself together!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning condenser!
Try this! Explosive ray!
Here, let me help!
Dragon Swarm!
Where are you going?
No further! Try harder! You're
My
right!
healing art! First aid! Lightning condenser! Thunderbolt!
Dragon Swarm!
Inspiration! Into the shadow! Not in your dreams!
I could do this all day.
Back into the light now! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
That was a little close for comfort.
be a breeze. Get in, get out.
It's on! Ignite!
Into the shadows!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
All into you! Mega Ray!
Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing
Water
art!
Astral! Eat this! All into you! Whoa,
Dragon Swarm!
Freaking good!
I'll heal you all!
It's on!
Now I'm in trouble.
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
These fists have got your name on them!
Need to pull myself.
Not today!
I'm out of ammo. What the
Prepare to be sealed! Dragon Swarm!
I'm just getting
Try this!
Eagle Fly!
Explosive Ring! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade!
This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm!
Raging Cascade.
No further!
Here, let me help.
Try this! It's too much!
Eagle Fly!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll finish you here! I can carve through
yours to be let free! Ignite!
I'll run you through!
I'm out of
Dragon
ammo.
Swarm!
I'm all stuffed up.
Swallow Blade!
Law, get toasty.
Bird Strike!
Psychic.
Nothing gets by
It's
me!
over. Lightning orb.
I need to be stronger.
You've got spirit!
Dragon Swarm!
Damn it!
Here it comes! It's time!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Seal.
Ignite! Dragon Swarm!
Do it.
Thoroughly! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Take it. Hit.
Fire support!
Take this!
Back into the fray.
Dragon Swarm!
Fire in the hole!
Raging Cascade. Searing Blade. Reload.
While it lasted.
Searing. I'm ready. Lightning orb.
Dragon Swarm!
Air thrust. Lightning. Lightning.
Dragon Swarm!
Ready and ready! Rip and tear!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm on it. This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch.
Leave the charges to me!
Kisara, go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
An opponent like this should be easy. Bring him down!
I can carve through them!
I won't show you any mercy! For my lord! Dragon Swarm! Fire support! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Annihilation.
Dragon! Its armor's too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest! Not today!
Eat this!
And more of this and I'll burn out! Try this!
I'm all stocked up.
Dragon Swarm!
Now or never.
In a bind?
Time to let it rip!
We're not finished!
Primed and ready.
Swallow Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
This one's mine.
Flash! Dragon Swarm! In an instant!
Instant!
Impact Claw!
Dance in the wind! It's over!
Dragon
in
Punch!
here! Reload! I'll be
Try
saving
harder!
this one!
No!
Take this! Here goes! More where that came from! Watch it!
This should do it!
Now, annihilation!
Dragon Form!
Confiscated!
Dragon Swarm! Armor won't save you! Slash! Swallow Blade!
Now!
Dragon Swarm!
Don't push yourself too hard. This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alvin.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori,
What the hell just happened?
That vision.
That person Alphen was speaking to.
It was Naori. Naori,
She really does look like Shion.
That's all very well and fine, but what?
It was a conversation we had 300...
You mean all of that really happened?
But how is that even possible?
No.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it?
I felt it too. And not for the first...
That would make sense. After all, for all we know, perhaps...
So you think it might have been the energy?
We have no way of knowing.
Yeah. So that was my ancestor.
Yeah, there's certain...
What about you?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we're reliving painful...
I can't just pretend. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony...
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, I'd like to liberate them too if I...
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else. Not that I'm
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
いつも